I don't know where else in the world you can go kind of hiking on a mountain trail in the morning, go up one of the world's highest buildings in the afternoon, and then come to a restaurant and eat out of toilets and drink urine things in the evening. It can only happen in the Far East. This morning we have come to a place I walked past the other day and saw a ton of people outside, which is called Ay-Chung Rice Noodles. It was so busy I put a pin in the map and we came back for breakfast. I've since read up on this and realised that this is a bowl of gloopy noodles that's actually made with pieces of pig intestine.
I finished our pig's intestines noodles. I have to say, I didn't love them. It was just sort of a bowl of fairly slimy and gloopy noodles with some slightly chewy pig's intestine. The flavour of the sauce was okay, but just not a patch on some of the noodles we've had elsewhere. But now we are heading off for another hike this morning. The sun is out, so we're hoping that we're going to get a better view of Taipei today.
So we have taken the metro, arrived at Xiangshan Park. We're going to head through the park and then up like a hiking trail to a thing called Elephant Mountain viewpoint, which should give us some nice views of the city if it's not too hazy. So this is Taipei 101, which was once the highest or tallest building in the world. Although, I mean it's a huge building, but I'm looking at it and thinking, it doesn't actually look that high. I think it's about 500 meters high and has subsequently been overtaken by a couple of buildings, including the Burj Khalifa in the Middle East, which I think is about like 830. We're going to go up to an observation deck later if we can, and maybe I will have changed my mind. It will probably feel ridiculously high up there. It's an impressive building nevertheless.
No idea what the sign says, but we assume by the elephants that this is the right way.
So it didn't look that big when I was right down there in the park tucked up against these other buildings. In comparison, it didn't look so huge. But up here, slightly different perspective and it looks like a big building now.
So we're only partway up the trail, but we read that this area where the rocks are is where the best views are. And it's lunchtime and we're hungry. Our intestine noodles haven't kept us full for very long. So we're going to head back down into town, grab some food, and then next we're going to 101. Well, it looks pretty massive when you stood underneath it, that's for sure. So we had some lunch, and whilst we were eating lunch, we jumped on our app book some tickets for a little bit of a discount rather than booking here direct. So pick these up, and now we just need to head to the elevator. I don't think it's peak season here in Taiwan, but we only have to wait about 5 minutes for the elevator, so I think that's pretty good. And now we're up on the observation deck.
Somewhere over there was where we were earlier, taking pictures of 101. Now that I'm up here, it does feel massive, this building. Like, the second highest one from down there still looks like a seriously large, impressive building, but from up here, it just blends into insignificance and looks small like everything else around it. It's just really weird. This giant gold ball, I think it's just spray painted gold, but it's actually 41 layers of 12.5 centimeter thick steel to make a ball that's 66 tons that swings and moves to damp the effect of the wind on the building. Actually produces wind movement by like 40%. We saw some video of it moving in a typhoon. It's crazy how much it moves around and how much the building must be moving. Impressive feat of engineering if you're a nerd like me. This was one of the most interesting things about Taipei 101, as well as the views.
So having just taken loads of video through some dirty windows, I've discovered that you can actually come right up on the roof.
So we can only go a little bit around the west side of the building, and it's kind of difficult to see because of these, but I guess they're here for people's safety. So I think it's better indoors actually than it is outside.
So we got slightly distracted in both the camera store and the Apple store of a new watch strap.
The old one was about to drop off and we were going to end up with a lost watch, so that was required.
But this was more fun than the old one too.
Yeah, it's more fun. I do prefer it.
And now we're going to catch MRT back home. We were going to go out for some drinks tonight, but it's ended up being pretty late already. So instead we might
go to a restaurant nearby us with an interesting theme. I just wanted to point out, we are not in an amusement park. This is just normal stuff on the street, and it's everywhere. It's like, I just love this like weird Far Eastern Asian quirkiness of like anime and machines and games, and it's a lot of fun and much more light-hearted than many of the places that we've been in Southeast Asia. And I think that's what we're going to find in the restaurant that we're heading to. It's a really weird quirkiness, but let's head on. The modern toilet restaurant. What else? Where we can try such classics as the bleeding hemorrhoid strawberry milkshake or the toilet turd sub sandwich. Lift the lid on this menu and decide whether I want something from the extensive menu of poo-themed things or the crappy mega combo for two.
people talk about it on the internet and we couldn't resist coming. Apparently the food's not all that. It's all about the quirkiness. I've never seen anything like it, so we had to give it a go.
Prizes for guessing what this chocolate ice cream is supposed to look like. Well, that was kind of a fun way to finish what has been a really good day. I don't know where else in the world you can go kind of hiking on a mountain trail in the morning, go up one of the world's highest buildings in the afternoon, and then come to a restaurant and eat out of toilets and drink urine things in the evening. It can only happen in the Far East, I think. But yeah, it's been a really fun day, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Look how blurry my finger looks. I'm just messing around.
Are you going shopping for my birthday present?
No.
Why not? It's only 27 days till my birthday.
I'll buy you a camera if you'd like a new camera, or a laptop if you want a new laptop. Otherwise, no.
I'll have a laptop, please.
A laptop?
How about a new strap for my watch?
I'd prefer to get you a laptop.